Hello guys, so today we'll be seeing a little about Prolog. Prolog means programming in logic. So a little history before we start, and then we'll see what is Prolog, what are fact, clauses, rules, why is Prolog used, a little example at the end. Okay, so let's begin. So Prolog was developed in 1972 by Alain and P. Rousseau at the University of Marseille in France. So basically, Prolog is a programming language, programming in logic, which was centered around basic mechanisms including pattern matching, tree data structure, pattern matching, tree based data structure, and automatic backtracking. So basically, Prolog was developed for AI or natural learning, natural language processing at the it was the main motive why Prolog was developed at the first. So Prolog is used for first logic programming language. So now, what is this first logic programming? So first logic programming is nothing but the predicate logic. Now you have to do a little research, read about what is predicate logic, but I'll give you a little hint that predicate logic is just one step ahead of proposition logic. Now what is the difference? Why one step ahead? In proposition logic, you use connectivities, and if the things that are in the connectivity are true, then your whole statement becomes true, right? Something like that. If A or B, then if A is true, then the whole sentence becomes true. A and B. If A is true and B is true, then the sentence is true. This is proposition logic. But now, why predicate logic is more powerful, or first order logic is more powerful? Because if I say all men are mortal, so then you have to write men, and in the brackets you write names of all the men, right? So in this, it becomes infinite, very difficult to write in the proposition. But in first order logic, you can easily write for all x, men x implies mortal x, somewhat like that. You'll have to research it yourself. So features of turbo prolog, or simply prolog, as I was saying, that one of the most widely used programming language for artificial intelligence research. That was the main motive why it was developed in the first place. So features of Prolog: it has roots in first order logic. You have to research it yourself so as to get a better understanding. So it has single search method, depth first search, and the best thing about Prolog is you can declare facts here. So we'll see a little bit more about the facts, but consider it like you can easily build a knowledge base. So C++ is like procedural language in which you have to declare all the rules, if else statement, and switch statement, loops before trying to run anything. But in this, to make a simple knowledge base, you have to declare facts, and on those facts you can run queries. Queries mean simple questions, right? So these are a little, it has allocates dynamically memory. So all to say in one is, Prolog says you write, you declare things, and I'll take care of the rest. So as I was saying, clauses, rules, and facts. So any factual expression in Prolog is clause. Now what factual expression? There are two type of factual expression: facts and rules. Now rules is of type this: head, something in between symbols, and body. Now what is this something in between? I'll show you something. This screenshot I have taken. Now this something I was saying, and is shown by a semi and is shown by a comma. I'm sorry for this, it's a little bit messy, but still, and is shown for comma if is this symbol, messy symbol which I was showing you, and or by semicolon, and not by exclamation, or by simply writing not. So this was, please remember this, and by comma if by this colon and dash. So now coming back to the presentation. So it is read as head is true if body is true. It is how it is read: head is true if body is true. So now we declare rules, and those rules are run over facts. So let us first discuss about facts, and then we'll see later on. So as I was saying, that rule is of the form head if body, right? This is if. So facts are statement that describe object property. So if I try to write fact in that this form, so it will be like this: cat Tom if true. So this is, head is true if body is true. Body is true, then head is true, right? Or you can write fact as this: cat Tom, and then dot at the end to end the fact. This is important, right? You have to write a dot at the end. So facts, what is fact? So in the most intuitive form, I would say fact is a relationship among collection of objects. You show relationship, but the important thing I'll tell you later on. So as we see more facts here, as I was saying, character must end, the character dot must come at the end of each fact. The name and relationship, some syntax rule about the fact, you can read it later on, that the name of the relation and objects must begin with a lowercase, blah 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 blah. Then terminology. Now let us see what we are here for, to learn more, right? So likes, this is a fact. Okay, so likes Alice Bob. Now in Prolog, I would say that all the, if I am saying likes, all the likes are read in the same way, all the predicates are read in the same way. That is, if I write likes Alice Bob, then my, if according to my interpretation Alice likes Bob, then other interpretation also be read in the same order. Bob likes Carol, it won't be like Carol like Bob, it will be like Bob like Carol. James likes Mary, Mary likes James, not the other way around. Okay, that is important thing. So data types in Prolog, why to read this, just come here. These are the various kinds of terms in Prolog. So char, single character enclosing quotation mark. Atom, this is also a char enclosing single quotation mark, right? Numbers, variables, symbols, compound terms, you can read it later on. That is something you can do it on your own. Now application, this is you should know about this, because if anybody asks about what are the applications, you must be knowing about it. So it's robot planning, machine learning, AI. I would say anything that is related to AI. That's something you can say if you don't know anything, a little program at the end. So domains, I would write domains. Predicates I have explained you. This is this is like, this is like a fact, right? Likes John tennis, likes John baseball. This is my knowledge base. Okay, so the program we'll be seeing is this, a little program. It has less to do with what we do in Prolog, but still it will help. So these are the various variable symbols we have. Domain, in the domain we tell all the symbols. Then predicate is a go. Then in clause we have head and then body. So right string, what is comma? Comma I have told you earlier, it is and. Write on the console, enter the string in uppercase. NL means new line. Read ln, read new line A, upper lower, A comma B. So let's come here. So what it will do is, it will first write on the console, enter a string in uppercase, then you'll enter a string, then it will convert that string which you have entered in A into lowercase. Then you'll write on the B, then you'll write B, that the lowercase letter, then new line, and then you can enter string in lowercase, another, because you have to convert from lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase, and accordingly you can do. This is a simple program that you can find in Prolog. So I guess this is it for this video, guys. So thank you and see you later on.